Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining me for this very short practice. Most of us have the tendency to push or pull. Those of us who have the tendency towards pushing might find challenge with relaxing, slowing down, saying no, knowing when to stop, knowing when we need time and space. And so that might bleed into parts of our lives, causing us to have things like burnout, distress, anxiousness, and becoming tired, compassion fatigue, tired of doing things for other people, tired of showing up. We just feel drained. And then some of us have the tendency to pull away. And so, for those of us who have the tendency to pull away, this might show up as not completing tasks, staying in bed just a little bit later, snoozing the alarm, not finishing deadlines, not taking that extra step. We might fall into the habit of just ease, wanting everything to be easy, simple, and not necessarily being as ambitious oriented. Typically, what that tends to look like is procrastination, feeling a lack of purpose, disconnected, laziness, lethargy. So, in this practice today, we are going to take a moment using some short yoga poses to figure out where we are on that scale. It also can vary on the day, the time and place, the phase of our lives that we are in, and just noticing where we are and using this practice with our body to gauge when we can meet our edge a little bit more or when we just need to slow down, relax, and allow ourselves to settle. During this practice, we will do 5 somatic postures and we will hold each one of them for 1 minute, allowing ourselves to not only use our body as an instrument, but also our body as a way to check in with our mind and our habits, with self-talk, with the things we're saying to ourselves during the practice, noticing our tendency, noticing all those subtle things that we typically don't notice when we are moving at a faster pace. We will explore held poses that allow us to really settle into the posture, allow us to either go deeper or to back out of the posture, as I like to say, if we notice that we push too far or that we're pushing too far. So let us start our practice for today.
Make sure that all 4 corners of both feet are planted on the ground and that you are standing up straight, spine tall. Relax your shoulders and allow yourself to stand fully upright. Ideally, your pelvis should remain in a neutral position when resting without leaning forward or backward. Let's take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling through our nostrils, allowing the belly to fill with air, the chest and rib cage to rise, and exhaling as deeply as you can. Taking a few more deep inhalations and exhalations, allowing yourself to come fully into this present moment, into our practice of meeting ourselves where we are. Imagining that you are taking a seat in an imaginary chair, making sure that you don't arch your back too much, tucking your pelvis in, and making sure that the knees are bent. Keeping the chest up, the knees and feet should be aligned, bringing the arms up over the head. Just resting here in chair position. Gently check in with your inner world. For every posture that we take today, on the inhalation, you can allow yourself to strengthen a little bit more, even if it's not super visible. And on the exhale, you can deepen a little. As we inhale here, allowing our spine to strengthen, the chest to open a little bit more. And on an exhalation, allowing yourself to sit a little bit deeper if that feels comfortable for you. Remembering the point and goal of our practice is to notice if we have the tendency to push ourselves beyond our limit, or if we have the tendency to pull away and avoid going a little bit deeper if it's in our capacity. Checking in also with what your mind is doing, what thoughts are arising, and just noticing. Let's gently come out of chair posture, coming back up to a standing position, bringing the arms back down to our sides, taking a few deep restorative breaths. If holding that posture felt pretty intense, just taking a deep inhale, exhale, and letting it go, allowing yourself to move on from that experience as we make our way into our next posture. Now we'll transition into a forward fold, so bringing the arms back above the head, bending at the hip, maintaining a straight spine, keeping our chest open, and allowing our stomach to come as close as possible to our thighs. Bending the knees here if we need to. We can really push ourselves in this posture with the idea that we need to be able to be flexible or touch our feet or bend our knees. Just noticing any thoughts or tendencies or expectations around the posture, our body, and what it should or shouldn't look like. On every inhale, we can lengthen, and on an exhale, we can allow ourselves to relax a little bit more. And we might notice that on the exhale, the more we relax, the body naturally falls a little bit more forward. Checking in with the quality of any thoughts, emotions, or feelings about this posture. Slowly rising up vertebrae by vertebrae, no rush, allowing the arms to return back above the head, and then on exhale back down towards the sides of the body, taking 3 deep breaths, resetting, recalibrating, rejuvenating, and letting that posture, the thoughts and emotions that came with it, go. Now we'll make our way into a low lunge by bringing the arms above the head, forward fold, and then bringing the right foot back, stepping one foot forward with the knee aligned over the ankle, while the back knee rests on the surface of the floor beneath you. You can bring the arms up over the head. You can also just keep the arms on the thigh if that feels good for you. Low lunge is deep, stabilizing, and a hip opener. So a lot of tension in our hip area, which is where we store a lot of emotions and tension. So this posture is very subtle, but extremely deep, allowing ourselves to settle into this posture. If you are looking at me, noticing that I have an arch in my back, I have a natural deep arch in my lower back area. So just making sure that you are not collapsing your lower back in this posture. Bring the arms back down towards the ground. Bring the right leg back forward, coming into a forward fold. Allowing yourself to rise vertebrae by vertebrae, arms over the head, arms back down to the side as you exhale, taking a few nourishing breaths here and resetting, connecting with our natural breathing, not trying to change anything, not trying to alter our breath, just allowing our body's natural intelligence to reset itself. And now we'll move on to the other side of our lower lunge, which will be our left leg. Arms above the head, coming back down into a forward fold. Placing both hands on the ground, bringing our left foot towards the back of the mat or whatever surface that we are doing our practice on. Coming into a low lunge, bringing the arms above the head if that feels comfortable, or leaving them on our upper thigh is also okay for our arms. Noticing how much time it takes us to settle into our practice. This also can be habitual. For some of us, we might be very jittery or keep making adjustments. We might keep searching for some level of perfection, or we might just feel completely uncomfortable and not want to be in the posture at all. So just noticing any resistance at all in the mind, any resistance in the body, just taking note. Noticing where your mind is, what thoughts are arising, what is your inner dialogue in this moment. Bring the left leg forward, come back into a forward fold. Allow yourself to come back up to a standing position, vertebrae by vertebrae, arms above the head, and then back down towards the body on the exhale, taking 3 deep breaths. As we prepare for a balancing posture, tree posture, bringing some strength into your left leg, and with your right leg you might want to try any of these variations for tree pose. For some of us, we might need to start at our ankle, others middle of the leg near the calf muscle, others we can bring the foot up into our inner upper thigh, and for some of us we can bring the foot right on top of our hip. So just allowing yourself to check in with what feels most comfortable. Of course, inviting a bit of a challenge if you can, but also noticing any tendency to push or any resistance that we find in this posture. Our spine is straight, our chest is open, our shoulders are relaxed. Don't worry if you lose your balance in this position. It is one of those positions that takes a bit of mastering and repetition. So be gentle with yourself. When you're ready, you can bring both hands to your hips, bring the legs down, and come back into a standing position as we reset for the other leg. Same posture, bringing the hands to the hip and finding our edge, making sure that our body is facing forward and just placing our foot in the position that feels most comfortable for us, and being here with our body and mind for 1 minute. Am I pushing myself beyond my capacity? Or am I not challenging myself enough? Just noticing. Let's hold here for 1 minute, being mindful of any habits, tendencies, thought patterns, feelings, and emotions that may be arising during our time in this posture. Bring your hands back down to your hips. Bring the leg down, coming back into a standing position. 3 deep breaths. Now we'll come into child's pose by starting off in tabletop and then allowing ourselves to shift backwards. We can allow our hands to lie at the sides of our body. For those of us who struggle with resting, who struggle with slowing down, who tend to push a lot, child's pose, as easy as it looks, it can be really unsettling for some of us who are extremely ambitious and have a lot of fire energy. So noticing if we can just rest here, we can allow ourselves to rest for a while in this position without much movement of the body and movement of the mind. Now we will prepare to close our practice in Shavasana. Shavasana is also another one of those practices where we completely release all effort and we allow ourselves to fully settle into our body and the surface beneath us. So, although Shavasana looks like a very easy pose of just lying there and resting, for a lot of us, it can be very uncomfortable. In Shavasana, we are not doing anything. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to hold on to. So, can we allow ourselves to rest in Shavasana? Noticing if we have any expectations or if we are trying to do anything, if we're trying to think of something or if we're trying to manipulate our breath in any type of way, any type of pushing that we might be doing. And also noticing any resistance to lying here and being in this space of least effort. Can I rest here fully and completely? Slowly inviting movement back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, maybe taking big stretch arms over the head and stretching the legs out, allowing yourself to turn over to one side by holding the knees to the chest, and then when you feel ready, rolling over to the right side. I'm rolling over to the left for the purpose of this video. Resting in fetal position for a while, allowing ourselves to just be held and supported. It's very confronting when we can check in with our habits and tendencies in this way. Gentle reminder that whatever you may have noticed in today's practice is completely okay. And the whole point of the practice was just to become more aware of ourselves, coming into a seated position when you're ready. Thank you so much for taking this time to practice together. And I really hope that whatever you learned here, you're able to take into the rest of your day and your life.